Hey everyone, don't get anxious, get prepared. Your career engineer right here. And today we're going to just be talking a bit about the future of work. We're going to hit that AI. We're going to talk about having a plan and talk about the things you need to know in this evolving workspace. So, y'all know how we roll. Get your pens, invite your friends, all that good stuff. And we are going to be right back. Hey, what's up? So again, the future of work, some things I want you guys to be aware of this year, this day, this month, and beyond. So a couple things. So again, before we some quick homework, right? Whatever platform you're enjoying us on, please make sure you subscribe, follow, all that kind of good stuff. And I always like to put my email out there because if you have a question or a comment, maybe there's a question you want to ask me about career, life, or business and next, hit me up at info@tcenow.com. Again, that's info@tcenow.com. Of course, check out our updated website, tcenow.com, so you can know all that's going on. So the future of work, and I thought it would be great to talk about this now. At the time folks are watching this, you might be in the holiday mode, but even beyond the holidays, we need to pay attention to trends and things that are happening and how things are evolving in the workspace. So here are a couple things I wanted to talk about. And again, if you hit my website, tcenow.com, I'm blogging on this and I'm giving a lot more meat in the blog. So definitely check it out when you get a moment. But yes, for those of you who asked that question, are things are changing? Absolutely. The landscape is changing and the career landscape will evolve always. So we want to make sure we stay on top of that. But a couple things with this evolving landscape, and I know you've seen some literature or you've heard stuff from the places you get your news or what's happening, what's popping about the works, how we work, right? The way we work and how we work. So the 9 to 5, believe it or not, is still being a relic of the past. Now there are companies that you got to work 8 to 4, 9 to 5, because that's their culture and what their business. But the hybrid and the remote working is still quite popular. And for employers or recruiters and people in that space, it might, they need to listen to this to a point that we're finding some companies are still finding a way to blend those worlds because it offers more flexibility and they're able to pull a better pool of talent if they have flexibility. Because let's face it, flexibility is still the name of the game. So as a career seeker or changer, be prepared to see those kind of job openings. And for many of you that say, hey, I need to work from home, it's easier on my family and it makes life sinking, and that's great, and there are opportunities out there. But here comes the but. In order to do that type of work, this new evolving landscape, moving away from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, to a hybrid or remote, you got to up the game on your digital skills. This just doesn't happen because you want to. You really have to open up, up your game. So wherever you are in your digital skill sets, take it up a notch. I don't care where it is. Take it up a notch because the very technology that maybe the company is using or what's next is going to be there. So I'm all with hybrid and remote work, but you can't do those if you don't have your A game with digital skills. So that's a big one, making sure you understand how this landscape is changing. Number 2 for me, and again, there's probably 15 ways it's changing, but I want to pick the top 3. And I cannot go do this without talking about our friends, the A word, automation and artificial intelligence. They're here, the robots. And what are you going to do about it? Okay. The robots, and what are you going to do about it? So here's the thing. I know, and I mean, I've been part of some conversations in the early um, awareness of these 2 A words, right? And I know that a lot of times the headlines are saying how they are eliminating jobs, they're replacing humans and things of that nature. They're stealing my job. We have to stop technology right there so I can keep doing how I do things the way I do things. Well, let's just think outside the bun for a minute. Um, they are creating some new and exciting careers and the way you work and how you work. So here's my thing. You need to, the bots, I'm calling them bots myself, AI or automation is not going away. It's not going away. In fact, it's going to grow. So you have to be able to do a couple things. If you want to stay employable, you want to have your value, you want to make the most money you can, you have got to make sure that a couple things that you got to learn how to work with AI. Yep, you got to work with the robots. work with them or learn to command them, okay, in your space, which is like how to utilize them, how to work them in your favor. Understand their impact to your industry. That's a big evolving trend right now. It's not enough that okay, AI is here, but why? What is it doing? What is it doing? Is it doing work that the human beings doesn't need to do so the humans can do more work with things that the robots can't do, which are skills that can help you be more valuable, such as the bridge between or the intersection between creativity and commerce, complex problem solving, things of that nature, critical thinking. I know they're doing machine learning, but humans can do really good critical thinking. And of course, those human to human essential skills that so far I haven't seen a robot do those yet, but you can. So if you hone on those skills, like what I have here, you can keep yourself valuable in the workplace. And as I said here, even maybe irreplaceable. So you've got to learn how to work with the bots. They're here, they're not going anywhere, but they don't have to replace you unless you allow them to. So think about that. So again, that almost goes back to that digital skill set. 3, as much as this market will trend, it will evolve and there'll be trends, and the way we look for work, how we look for work, where we're working, and how we find these things are always going to be moving and changing. So you got to be a forever learner, no doubt. But you also got to have a plan. You've got to have a plan to deal with your here and now, and then the then and there. So you got to have a plan. So at this part, I want to say, this is all now about the you, okay, the YOU, the you. How do you land the dream jobs in this ever changing, ever evolving, always dynamic market? How do you land this thing? I'm going to give you a couple steps. And again, these are things that you can see more on the blog, but you guys know I talk about PALS all the time, and that's TCE word for performance, accomplishment, leadership, and strengths, PALS. So all your personal brand, which should be powerful, it should be impactful, it should wow people, it should show, like, someone should see your brand, the things you put out there in the digital or the offline space, and go, oh my goodness, I need to meet with this person, have a chat, get that person into our universe, some kind of how, right? But you have to have your brand that's got to go pop. It's got to wow and not won't. So, and this is, of course, your LinkedIn profiles. I'm big on those, but the resumes and anything you're putting out there, the cover letter, how you pitch yourself, how you follow up, all of that stuff. You want to make sure it's a wow. So get that brand of yours to take it up a notch. And then, of course, I think that's the here and now, which is good stuff. And you want to also look at your brand, maybe think of either the seasons or every 6 months, just look at your brand, see where your performance are, what performance markers can be removed, what can be enhanced, what can be replaced. So it's a living, breathing thing. But we also have to think about after today, right? The then and there, your plan, long-term goals. What do you want to do? What don't you want to do? And where do you want to do it? And what's the right environments for you? And what's not the right environments for you? And what type of due diligence are you doing to find the right names of a person you want to connect with, or the companies, or the type of companies, or the industries where all your power and your gifts and your talents can go. So that's a plan, and you really need to spend some time thinking about the plan, because you don't just want to be stuck in today. You got to think about tomorrow. And I'm thinking, when I thought about putting that up here about your success plan for you and how to the future of work and where it's going, you can't do this new way of working, or the new way of getting that, without having a map. You got to have a map. So if y'all want to call a roadmap, you want to call a map, you want to map it out, you want to call a blueprint, whatever you want to do, just think about when you're traveling, right? Everybody, you're going to go somewhere, you're going to go from New York to Florida. Well, most people do some type of GPS, right? Google Maps or something. So you can see the route of how to get there. And there may be more than one route. One may be more efficient. One may have more restaurants. One may just be more fun to look at. You get to pick the routes, but nobody has a destination, doesn't plan how to get there. Same with your career. You've got to have a roadmap. Like I said, every place that travels, you have to have, you can't get to a destination without having the beginning and the end. And there's a whole lot of things along the way. Some are distractions, and some are part of your destiny to get to your destination. So you got to have a plan. So think it through. Don't do this quick, fast, in a hurry. I mean, think about what motivates you. Again, you got Google now and all these wonderful search tools with you to figure out, hey, do I need to work near my zip code? Can I be mobile. Can I, what I like to have my scenery change. Some of us are cool with the cubicle farm. Others prefer a different scene every other day, cannot stay in a cubicle farm. So you've got to really know who you are and what you bring, and then really do your due diligence to find that place where you can work. There's lots of opportunities out there, lots of them, but you need to find the one that's definitely for you. So quick review so you'll know what are the three things. I'm going to go back. I'm going to start from the first one, right? What is the future of work, and what do you need to know? You got to know that the landscape is changing. And 90 days from me talking, it might even change again. So stay on top of it, see what's going on. You've got to embrace AI and automation. You have to. If you refuse to, you're going to stay unemployed for a long, long time. And you've got to have a plan. You've got to think about your strategy to success so you can plan for, today, the here and now. But don't forget the then and there. You've got to have a plan, a destination to get to where you want to go. So listen, I want to thank you guys for being here. And remember, you can join us. You can follow us with whatever platform you're enjoying us on. We do appreciate it. And we also love to take your questions at Ask the Career Engineer. If you have a question or comment for me, all you have to do is hit me up on that email that I'm going to put out one more time. info@tcenow.com. Again, that's info@tcenow.com. And when you submit those, I might pick your question to talk about on a different broadcast. You just never know. I get some really great ones. So next month, I look forward to seeing some then too. All right, you guys be blessed. I thank you so much for joining me and listening to our content. Remember, subscribe and follow and all that good stuff. And y'all be blessed. And we will check you out next time. And remember, don't get anxious. Always get prepared. Thanks for watching our Career Business Show. I hope you learned a lot about today's topic. If you enjoyed the show, please let me know by visiting our website, tcenow.com, and sending me an email. I'd love to hear from you.